probate is such a huge trap that families are getting caught in when a loved one passes away. And the fact of the matter is, it's totally avoidable. And I knew from my experience, one as a family member of somebody who had passed away, but then also my experience as an attorney, was that probate wasn't something I ever wanted to put my own children through if and when, right, I pass away at some point in the future. And so I have done a lot of work in this area, not just for clients, but for myself and for my own planning to make sure that my kids stay out of the probate system when I die. So one of the very first things that I did when I was making my own plan for probate avoidance in my future was I went back through everything that I owned, and I took inventory of every single item that I had so that I knew what it was in the first place that I was trying to keep out of probate. Then after I had a really good handle on everything that I had, I wanted to make sure that I knew, what the character of it was and how it was going to pass to and when. So for example, I had a house and I had life insurance and I had retirement accounts and things like that. And some of those things, as you have to put a beneficiary on them. And one of the big mistakes that people make when they're trying to keep their stuff out of probate is they're putting beneficiaries on items, but the beneficiaries are minor children, and that doesn't keep you out of probate. It forces you into probate because those companies can't pay out to minors. So I took a look at that and figured out, what was going to where so that I had a plan for those things. Now, having minor children, of course, I put in place for myself a will, but wills don't keep you or your children or your assets out of the probate court or your loved ones. And so I had a will so that I could name guardians for my minor children. But then what I did was, after I had taken inventory of everything that I had, I knew my beneficiary designations, I knew who were going to be the guardians of my kids. Then I went ahead and I put in place for myself and for my kids a revocable living trust. And then I was able to transfer all my assets into the trust later so that they would stay out of the probate court and not be subject to court, to family conflict, to creditor claims, or to having my children get too much money too soon. So it was really also keeping them safe from themselves. And then I wrote really good, clean rules for my trust. Like, now that it's out of probate, what do I actually want it to do? And how do I want my kids to handle it? And who do I want to help my kids handle what's going to be their inheritance and their stuff for their future? If this content was useful for you, don't forget to subscribe.